Alright, hey guys, welcome back to iwL.ASm0dey. It's been, I think, about 2 days since the last cast. So anyway, yeah, obviously you guys are here for tuning in between Team mSj and the Standing Without Limits Division A Qualifiers, and this is going to be series number 1, game number 1 of the series. So spawning here in the bottom left for Team mSj, it'll be the red Zerg, it will be Moro, and his opponent will be the white Protoss, spawning here on the top on Bloody Ridge. It'll be Standing Without Limits ASM0dey. I'm just gonna call him Odie, but ASM, you can just see the overlay. So you know, it's BD. No, not a bad matchup in general. I think this matchup. It's not fun. I mean, it's fun. Excuse me. Bloody Ridge, though, you know, very, very interesting map. You know, that third base is going to be really hard to grasp as Protoss, in my opinion. I think this map will probably be favored to Zerg more, just because it's so much harder for Protoss to really get that third base. And the reason is, if you look back at the architecture of this map here, you have your natural, that's not too difficult. It's really actually pretty small choke right there. I think a pylon warp energy field actually goes up that whole choke if you position it correctly. But anyway, like I was saying though, you could take this third base over here, but it has a ramp here, but it's like further away. So I don't know, it just seems to me that it's gonna be a little bit harder to defend, or you could take a farther third off right over here. But again, I think this third is gonna be a lot harder to take, especially since it's really hard to reinforce, especially with any kind of type of wall off, you know, where Protoss units kind of funnel in one and one. So we'll see. Now back at Zerg base, we're gonna see what appears to be a 9 pool opening. No gas though, so I guess it's just gonna be 9 pool into 12 hatch. I used to do when I played Zerg, I used to do this opening a ton, but we shall see. Or just gonna put a macro hatch in this base. I don't know what we shall see. But will Odie be able to stop this? No, he will not. But very, very well placed. Oh, whoa, ho, ho. We have a 2-gate coming out of Odie right here. So not a regular standard force fast expand. I don't know. It's definitely not a tight wall if you can get anything free between 2 gates. If that really meant anything, but that's not gonna be a link-proof wall. Now I don't know. Does he want to? I mean, maybe just for more defense. I mean, as the rally point is right here, but he may just send them down there. But again, though, he opened up with 9 into 12 hatch, so you know, a bit more safer build, not too greedy. So you know, in that regards, you know, you just want to be a little careful. But I think this is actually just more or less for defense. Or at least you're gonna probably wait till like 4 to 6 to probably pull out. Not 3. I was a bit wrong, but still. He just doesn't want to send like 1 Zelda at a time because he'll just get picked off. So it's gonna be a 3 hatchery. I'm gonna guess 3 hatch meatless, but again I could be wrong, but I don't see how any other way it could be right here. So they're Odie has a really good positioning right there. You know, just generalization right there. I mean, just can't really be hurt right there. Now he's still committing to this 2-gate. No follow-up expansion. So this is definitely like an all-in 2-gate. He has no plan to tech switch out of it though. But remember, he has 2 hatcheries with lings. The one thing he didn't get was speed, which is a pretty big flaw right there. And I don't know. He can't get his lings in any kind of good position here. And I'm not sure if that slung is actually going to go up. Well, the lings are going to try to stall for time right here. Oh, hold on. I didn't even see how weak those guys were. But yeah, generally speaking, somehow he's held off. Economic mode. There we go. My left control just not working. My right control. Yeah, I had a feeling that just wasn't working. I don't know why it's not liking to work right here, but anyway, more specifically, man, I want to know why my right control's not working now. But what have you? Can't get everything in life, can you? Well, what do we see here? We see still 2. I think it's just Brood War. Or I think it's because my thing is set up to Korean right now as well. But what have you? I mean, let's see if I can just switch it to English and see what happens. Oh, nope, that didn't do anything. Yeah, I can't actually change it. Oh well, I'm just assuming it's the Korean. I guess they probably don't have a right control on their thing. But alright, anyway. Getting back to the actual purpose of this game here as the cast. So he's just starting to get Lair. I mean, we're going to see a Hydrogen come up pretty fast, but I don't think Hydra is going to be a really great option here for Moro right here, because a 3-hatch Hydra would be coming out a lot quicker, and a 3-hatch Hydra build doesn't really deal with a kind of a 2-gate in a ton of Zealots coming out, because Zealots just crush Hydras anyway. But I mean, it could be possible. I wouldn't agree with it at all. And that Hydrogen would have to be coming down right about now generally. So let's look at the drone count right here for both players here. That's right. Alright, so Maru there. Okay. So Modi has 16. Well, Maru actually has more Harvesters, which will probably equal out and like Maru's favor to Odie's favor once that second Nexus system, which is, so he's going to be trying to transition out of a macro way, but I feel like Moro, what he should do right here, instead of going for like 3-hatch meatless, which in its own right is somewhat kind of like borderline to being all in anyway. I mean, this build wasn't like, he didn't get his gas. This is not like the fastest 3-hatch Hydra meatless you can go, but what it does lend itself to is that you're still kind of going that all-in thing, and you don't really need to. I think, you know, just taking a 3rd base might be your better option here, but maybe not. I mean, keep in mind that there's still a lot of Zealots here. Maybe he was checking for a 3rd base. No, he's not. He's just going to go with the natural. No, he's going to send up 1 Zealot there to check the 3rd. Very, very smart. Wants to know what his opponent's doing, but this is probably going to indicate that no, he's probably going meatless or Hydraless. Depending, if you go into the base right now, he could have probably told that, well, that Hydrogen just finished, which probably means meatless, but still not most importantly. Alright, so he's getting +1. I wouldn't be surprised for Stargate to come up to get Corsair to help kill off any, like, straying Overlord Terror. Okay, this is the one thing that's actually going to be very interesting here. If he can get if these Zealots just through those lings right there, he can do a world of hurt to Maro right here. Maro is actually not having the easiest time really taking a 3rd base right now. And same thing, like I was saying earlier, it's just harder to take that 3rd base. Especially when you can't really, like, bunker in as much, because this is, these rocks actually, the terrain indicates that you can't build any units on it. So meatless are out though, which is definitely going to help. You know, it's going to force a lot more cannons that Modi has. He doesn't even have Cybercore out, which means his Dragoons are not going to be out with his Dragoons shooting in the air. So he's not going to have really any army anti-air, mobile anti-air. He has no Stargate. His Stargate should have come up about 2 minutes ago to get like the standard Forge FE building Protoss versus Zerg, but that didn't happen. So these meatless will do a crap ton of damage. Sure, there's like one or two cannons up, but it doesn't matter. With the amount of meatless on the field, this should be game. I really cannot see a scenario. 10 meatless will just vaporize his mineral line here. Yes, he did pressure, maybe taking a 3rd base, you know, when I said it earlier, really wasn't the greatest idea, but he's even going to stop and kind of run by happening with these drones, making the Suggons do as much DPS as they can. Meatless have cleared up an entire mineral line here. We're probably getting a multi-kill here sooner or later, and Modi just kind of 10 probes have been killed off, anyone in the main base here, and he's gonna wreak havoc. And this should be game, ladies and gentlemen. Can't really, you know, otherwise say what else can really happen. I mean, meatless are in the base. There's no form of anti-air. Modi may just try to like pull off all of his probes and just go for a counter push. I mean, it's probably the only thing he can do. Now he's just gonna go back to his natural, but they're all gonna die again. He's gonna have 16 probes in general, and that's just counting up the things down here. There's GG by Modi, and we'll go on to our next game momentarily. But I want to talk about the game. Other than the fact that I'm gonna go try to fix my silly, well, I'm gonna end it here because I'm getting a phone call. So I'll talk about the game later on. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching.